We'll just get the recon from Carrier. I feel like the Rise group, I feel like their drafts are a lot more chaotic.
Yeah.
A little bit harder. It might have actually been into perfect, if I'm being honest.
Oh boy, little tempo heal has to come out here. Duck Dom doing a lot of damage to Guma. So they want to try to turn it around, but did look like that is going on. Guma in a lot of trouble, has to flash early
here.
Here.
Farm, but if that's all the only sort of hit, and now actually they're looking for a play mid onto Faker. Peter has flash.
Yeah, they're going to go in onto this one, but this is underneath the turret. He takes 2 turret shots. And yeah, Peter's just dead. They're going to give that kill over to Faker.
Happy to accept that.
Yeah, feels amazing for him, as now going to drop a couple of ults. Doran is getting out-traded in this one. Perfect, doing a fantastic bottom lane. Obviously, the CS diff is pretty big, but as we know here in Legend Group, it's trying to bait here, I believe, is Faker, but he's taking a lot of damage as now Shockwave does come in. Flash from Cuz. He wants that kill. He's not going to get it, though, as the peel comes through from Carrier. But here comes the wall, and now Faker's in a ton of trouble. BDD takes him down. A very nicely timed wall to just get in, make sure he secures the kill.
Yeah, good wall there. The teammate just not able really to do anything.
All right, here we go again. Guma is going to avoid the harpoon, avoids another one. Nice stepping there from him, but at the same time, just decide the game because the teams are so clean with what they do with their leads. So something to look out for. Faker is just taking insane amounts of damage. He's going to avoid those rocks, but actually knocks BDD farther in. Gets the shield, though, is outstepping everything, but eventually BDD just outplays him. He got that first bit of burst damage. And
things didn't start to connect. That initial play was really big. Then Faker started to find an angle. He's sidestepping. The Shockwave moves into the side. He sidesteps again. This is when it starts to get a bit scary, but again, his flash is just not available. And that flash still being available for BDD. Oh, he just had flash.
Yeah, ghost in from Peter. Very scary. Now we got a Talia from the top side, but oh, he's not gonna flash. It just takes a ton of damage, and now Faker's just dead. Elects to save his flash.
In terms of the items, because you obviously got the Archangels first, which he has to stack. Oh, again.
Yeah, again, and guess who's here again? Well, it is Peter on the way. He does have flash this time, and he is going to flash. He avoids the solar flare, and now the Shockwave comes in, trying to turn this one around. Faker maybe has baited them in, and I don't think they have the damage. Peter also, with the sums, just going to be able to flash out of that one. And even scared of a dive is T1.
Negated that by the redemption.
Look, I mean, he sees Guma, he goes kill.
Oh.
That's what he does. Guma doesn't get to play the game. We got a Hextech Soul on the way. Double Dragon here for KT to start off. It's now perfect. It looks like he might be a little bit of trouble, but we have some help from the team is coming up here. We even have a TP as well from the side of T1, and they will secure this kill. So the rotation was coming in from Peter and from Duck Dom, even BDD as well, but not able to get there on time.
Yep, and KT just cut him loose. They did move over there, but they accept that he's gone. Faker very patient with the Shockwave because he didn't want him to be able to potentially TP out. Oh, not again.
He just keeps hitting those. BDD just cannot miss today. But there's a lot of minions here. It's going to be kind of cleaned up. Faker gets a shield. One more rock could do it, but Carrier comes in and saves him with the heal. And Faker is just running circles around him now, but has been terrorized for the entire game. Finally gets his revenge. With the help of his team, is now trying to deny the eye, but it is going to be KT that get in, take it away, and pick up the eye.
That's got to feel good for Faker. Trying to save it again here, I think backfired, because I think if he flashed to hit the boulder, it's this one here that comes in a second. This boulder. If he'd flashed to hit that, I think he's just dead. But he waited till after, then realized, oh, maybe I have to flash here, and then it was too late. T1 here, considering they're on a bit of the back foot earlier in this game.
Yeah, KT trying to set up another fight here. They're down 1,000 gold. They don't want to go too deep, though. You could see they don't get that initial pick. Now it's just a bit of a scrum. Here comes BDD getting on in. A massive knockback again. This guy just can't miss today, but Owner, another guy who can't seem to miss nowadays, is going to frontline for the team. Duckdom just has to stand and fire, and he will survive for quite a long time as one more shot gets it done from Guma, but he will pay with his life. Meanwhile, on the right side, T1 win that part of the fight. BDD still alive, but they would love to take out this Talia, and they finally do it. The burst comes out from Faker, and it will be T1 winning this fight in a massive fashion.
The window to back away, not giving the window to get out again. I think the back and forth, the balance of he's trying to hit.
It's like BDD versus the world yet again. This was Doran, you know, gets in, gets the kill.
Dodges our seismic shove was so big, and the fact that he was here before Perfect on the Rumble, the ult as well, finding a great angle.
That's some Aurora gameplay if I've ever seen it. Goes deep, gets the kill, nearly dies, goes in Viz, dodges, gets out with the ult. Crazy stuff. Looks like we did have a little bit of a skirmish down on the bottom side, and guess who's being targeted again? BDD gets in, but this time the flash is available for Faker, and he's going to use it aggressively to try to set up this kill. One more auto will do it. You see, Carrier didn't want to take it, but he will in the end. And now they just keep on going for Faker. It's not nearly as successful as it was in the early game, and they are getting punished for it. KT, I feel like they're being pulled into T1's game, and it's not looking good for them.
Just keep him there.
Yeah.
Where's he going to go?
You don't need to kill him. You can just delay the back until the dragon spawns. Meanwhile, Duckdom just in mid, just dying.
Yeah, Peter realizes
Caught out.
He's being kept there, so he runs into the tower. Faker does kill him, but now look at the timing on the Attic now, and KT aren't even looking to contest this. They're looking to grab the dragon. Their hope is that they get a comeback fight. If they get Soul, that's enough to win the game. But 4,000 gold down.
You got teleported on by Rakan. Like, what is she gonna do?
Yeah, I think he was going for the Herald to escape.
Yeah.
A bit unfortunate. Oh, might have found Faker.
Dang, nice shockwave, but he is in a lot of trouble. BDD gets in again, and BDD is relentless. He's like, okay, didn't work a couple of times, I'm going in again. He's got 5 kills. The only person on the team who has kills is BDD. Looking for more. You see T1 always looking to skirmish. That's going to be the Aurora ult down. Gets in, gets out, straight into the arms of the Corki.
Okay, this is big. Oh,
wait, no! He's going the wrong way! And, well, yeah, he's just dead.
He messed up the portal there. I think maybe
did,
took some damage, or I don't know specifically what he did, but obviously he did not do what he hoped to. Owner and Carrier, a bit overextended here.
Yeah, they also took the portal not the correct way. This time, Carrier's going to get out.
So something I was going to say is that giving those 3 dragons the 3rd dragon over in trade for the Arakan is Duckdom's waiting for him. What happened with Duckdom here, though?
We'll never know. It's a mystery. Meanwhile, Peter getting caught out on the top side, trying to save himself. Was it a bait from Peter all along? BDD's got a great angle here on the left side. And he's just going to push them away from his support.
Generally centered around mid, and they're threatening moves towards the Baron right now. Perfect's on a bit of a flank.
Yeah, definitely looking for a good angle here. He's going to take a bunch of damage, though. Has to flash away. Nearly gets rooted down. The true part of this fight. The wall was also used, by the way.
Yeah, a bit of a weird wall there. Felt like it was trying to split off the carries from the rest of the team, but it just times out. Now they have to rush in. The dragon's just gone.
Yeah, T1 just get in. Now they're like, well, if you want to fight, we're down now.
Get out.
They're trying desperately to find all the members of KT
that
we're
looming
trying.
Threat without that uneven trade where one team can get Soul and you can only get a single dragon.
Now trying to posture around this top river. You can see there's not a lot of vision here for T1. It's actually mostly controlled by KT. But now going on in, because once again it's going to take that damage. Shockwave does come through. Owner getting low, but he shins out. The equalizer doesn't do a whole lot. It's going to do a decent amount of damage to Faker on the backside of that as he kind of just stood on it. It's Peter taking every shot to the face. Nobody's stepping up and taking them. Here comes Doran, kind of just running at them, gets stunned up. Mid-dash, does a lot to BDD. As this game is really on a nice edge. Some things going down over there. Not sure if it looks like they weren't able to clear it though. As Pillar comes down, Doran gets out. But there you go, another shove comes in from the side of BDD. This guy just can't miss today. It's really on his game up against T1. And he's a big reason why they're in this game.
Okay, they've played out the vision well. This is really good for that comp. Carry is looking for a flank though.
All right, trying to go all in on a Faker. It's not quite going to work out. BDD trying to turn now onto the left side, going to take out Guma, and they will take that absolutely. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of this fight, it looks like Cuz is in a bit of trouble. He'll be taken out, and Faker wasting a lot of Perfect's time as the rest of the backline is just being torn to shreds by the rest of T1. And look at Owner, level 16, red buff, Xin Dao full health, and Doran as well, very similar. As T1 will win that fight.
Yeah, Perfect and BDD do have TPs. If they can reset TP back in, they might be able to force Owner off. But he's the one with Smite. He's already started up the Dragon.
Okay, with the TP you mentioned, it's a very fast Rumble getting on in there. And Owner actually is going to back away. Doesn't want to die just yet. He's going to keep it leashed, though. Here comes BDD. He's the only one with Smite. They've just got to do the damage to it as the Smites do come down. And a big fight coming in, actually, as down will go the Rumble. Owner in a bit of trouble. And now Doran just trying to hop away. Duck Dom bleeding and gets taken out by the Aurora.
Such a clutch play from T1. They get the
last like 10-15 minutes. The same game where we're just like waiting on a tightrope, waiting for that next objective. Oh, the double jump comes in! BDD! He wants to carry this game, and he might have just done it, but the peel is coming in. Peter goes down, but they took out Owner, and he's really the big man on campus. Big shockwave does come down for Faker. He's going to flash away. The kiting of Orianna, and Jin is quite strong. Oh, the interrupt from the side of Keria is nearly going to keep them alive. And it's at least going to peel for the team. Flashes on in, and it's not quite going to work as Keria takes huge amounts of damage. Ducked on one, big one, and the sniper from the side of KT will net them the Hextech Soul.
And that's the thing, it has been the same story for the last 10 minutes. Well. And this chase is messy. You can see Faker trying to steal the picture-in-picture. It got a bit scrappy here when BDD went in. It got a little bit scary.
They almost stole, by the way. We should probably have that up on live.
But the pillar here, just game 2, and let's say they won game 2, and Dr. had a crazy game 2, and BDD just played okay, then I could see people voting for him. But, no, BDD's been insane. I
feel like BDD has been insanely good. Faker stuck between a wall and the other wall.
It has been very good. But there has been some moments, you know, the little outplays from Faker when he had some sidesteps for the solo kills. But definitely the main character in this game has been BDD. Right now with the Hextech Soul, feels so awkward, especially with the long-range poke from the Corki. Those slows. I mean, there's such a slowing comp when you have the Pillar, you have the Unraveled Earth, you have the Hextech Soul.
There are just so many of those abilities and advantages that they have that even though the gold doesn't look like it's huge, it just feels so oppressive when you're ahead, right?
Yep.
Everybody's slowed at all times. You're doing tons of extra damage with Hextech Soul. Everybody's going to really struggle to find engage angles. You know, like Keria is like, okay, I'm going to engage, guys. Wait, I'm walking at 25% of my speed, you know? Doesn't really make it easy for T1. And it gives incredible control over to KT. As they are taking their time with this one, that's going to be the Solar Flare right on top of Keria, but in goes Peter, and down will go Peter, but still at the same time, it's 2 kills here for the side of KT. And now Owner, nowhere for him to go. So hard to play him to the trundle. As another knockback does come through. And we do have the GA here for Owner. Actually nearly kills BDD somehow. And now it's Faker's turn. He doesn't have the flash. Doran doesn't have his flash anymore as he just used it. And it's just so difficult to get away from them. So many low health bars, actually. Incredibly low, but we have a TP coming back in. And I think with that and the Baron, they should be able to end.
Yeah, Doran not going to be able to do anything against 4 members of KT. He'll give it a go. Let's see if he can do what Shiwu didn't pull off the defense.
Yeah, I just think with Perfect TPing back in, it's going to be a little bit too little, too late. And there you go. Not even going to touch BDD. And they have the wave coming through. KT take down T1 in game number 1.